Maternal haplogroup, L3h branch. That's East Africa. L3h1, we talking the B branch. L3h1b1 branch. L3h1b1a branch, which is my maternal haplogroup from the black African woman who was a Cushite. It's the Cushite, the Oromo tribe, the Amhara tribe, and many other tribes that has the East African origins, which is the Horn African DNA. So the L3h branch came from the Oromo woman, the Cushite woman. Yes, this is ancient DNA. And of course, she brought to the America carrying this mitochondrial DNA. Yes, the maternal DNA. Also, this DNA spread all the way to West Africa, Central Africa, and more. So even North Africa and the Sahara had this DNA. So that means that a Cushite woman who was traveling, migrating in North Africa, like your ancient Garmonte tribe, a lot of them has East African in them. A lot of them has East African in them, or the Cushites in them, Cushite bloodline. But also, this DNA has some Bantu, so like a Cushite Bantu mixture. But also, African Asian DNA. That's what they would call it, like Afro-Asian, but really just African by itself, but also this AKA Afro-Asian DNA. So this DNA spread it. This L3, they migrated out the continent, but L3h branch stayed in East Africa unless they've been caught in the slave trade. So the L3h1a branch is more, see, I said the L3h1a branch is more Northeast Africa and went like North Africa. And the L3h1b branch, which is the branch my DNA is part of, they stayed in East Africa, but also they're among some of the North African tribe too. So, which is like the Tigrinya tribe. Some Fulani people might have it. Some Tibo people might have it. But the highest percentage that have this DNA is the Oromo tribe, and the Amhara. I could look at some of my people, and they look like some of them people, like the Oromo, the Amhara, and so like the Tibo people. All of them kind of got that similar look. And Fulani, all of them got them similar look. Fulani is all the way in West Africa, Central Africa. They're all over, so that lets you know they're Cushite blood. But they talking the origins of this DNA. It's East African. So this is East African DNA. So my mama got some Cushite DNA. So a lot of them been caught in the Atlantic slave trade. Yes, I said the Atlantic slave trade, transatlantic slave trade. But people always say your ancestors from West Africa and Central Africa. That's true. But also, what about East Africa? What about all parts of Africa? They have slavery in all areas of Africa. You know what I mean? That was occurring. And also outside of Africa, they had slavery all over, even in Asia. We're talking all around the world where there were African people. So we're talking about the L3h1b1a branch is found mostly in East Africa and Northeast Africa, but also North Africa. So found a lot of that there. Among the Sudan people, the Roma, the Saudi people, the Afar tribe, and stuff like that, people. But some people who are part of the Tigray and Tibo have it. So mostly not in the Niger Congo people, Bantu out of Niger Congo people might have it. So the Mandate people, they can have it too, this DNA. They probably have it. But the Khoisan probably, they probably get, so everybody might have it in their population. That don't mean that everybody in the tribe will have the same maternal haplogroup. It just show you where the origin from and how it travels, which part of my tribe, which could be from different tribes, but the main thing, people, what you got to realize is the origin was the Cushites. Cushites is the origin of this DNA, so you call it the Cushite DNA. So the Oromo people has the high percentage of it. So you can do your paper search and proof of Oromo and Amhara people, also African Americans and African Caribbean people have this DNA. So, and we ain't talking about everyone, but it's founded in African American females or women, but also in the Afro Caribbean women. So the Tigray people in Ethiopia, the north part of Ethiopia have it. The Tigray, yes. So the Belgian people who origins is ancient Egypt, they have it too. So it's like Cushite and Nubian DNA, people. They might don't look like a lot of Bantu people, but a lot of Bantu people, it's like a mixture, Cushite, Bantu, and some mixtures deals with Asian, so it's Afro-Asian too. But it's mostly all L DNA is an African woman DNA, all L's. So, but they will call it the Afro-Asian DNA, which is Cushite DNA, the Nubian DNA, and some Bantus have this DNA. And some population less have it though. But you know the origins of it is East Africa, the Horn of African DNA. It's the Cushites. I just call it Cushites because if the Roma people have it, and the Amhara people have it, the Tigray people have it, the Tibu, the Tigray people, we ain't talking about all of them in Fulani, because you might have some Fulani got different DNA, you know. Some are more blacker than the others, some more. So some of them got different haplogroups. See what I'm saying? Because they're part of a tribe don't mean that all of them will have the same family, the same haplogroup, but we all connected in some way, some form. So you have all these different L3 haplogroups, like L3h1b1a, 2b, which deal with Sudan and Ethiopia. Then you got the L3 in general, you know what I'm saying, which is East African haplogroup. And then when they spread it out of Africa, it created the M and the N DNA when it spread it all over the world like that, such and such. So, but mine specifically stays in Africa. It's very rare got out. The way it got out is through the transatlantic slave trade. That's how it got out. Other than that, it's specifically in East Africa. In East Africa, the Horn of Africa, the Cushites. So some Saudi Arabian people who Cushites, some Kenyan people who in North Kenya had this DNA. Some Luha tribe people in Kenya might have it. The Maasai, some of them might have it. But it's got a high percentage of the Oromo, the Amhara people got the highest percentage, in Tigray people in Ethiopia and Sudan area. So here you have it. It's the Horn of African DNA. L3h. So I got L3h1b1a to be more specifically. That's my DNA. Cause this DNA also traveled in North Africa. Did the Goromanti tribe, the ancient Libyans. Yes. So that means that some of them was Nubians and Cushites. But they became nomads and they lived in Libya. So the Goromanti was warriors, and that's not all of them that had Nubian DNA. Some had different parts of Africa, but specifically that's what mines have. And the origins of mines is the Horn of Africa, East Africa. There's many different DNA. I'm gonna do many more as you see, as you look on the screen. There's many more. They got the L3DEBA, but today I'm specifically doing L3h, but as you see, you can look at the others as I speak. As the screen move, they have the L3e1a. So whoever your maternal haplogroup, you know, through deep research, I discover all this. All I do is research over and over and over until I get it right. So what I learned about haplogroups, it might be people from all over might have the same haplogroup, but it's the origins of the haplogroup. See, origins go like thousands of years, and this is Cushite. So that means that a Cushite woman who connected to the Oromo woman tribe. The Amhara got more like Afro-Asian, but Oromo is more African. But both of them has Afro Asian in it. So that's why like this is very important, because now you can know what's in you, because this DNA don't change. The mutilation will be like thousand years for another change. So this DNA don't change; it stay the same. Like all the women's, all your mother kids will have this DNA, men and women, especially like the woman that keep traveling and traveling. You know, for the men, they will have both DNA, the father and their mother DNA. So my maternal haplogroup is also my sister's maternal haplogroup. But also, this haplogroup could go from your grandma kids, and so forth on. So it traveled. So everybody, like a lot of your first cousins probably have it. Your aunts will have it. Your uncles will have it. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So this DNA is pretty deep. It's the L3h1b1a. And also go to the Borana people, which is also the Cushites. They're part of the Oromo. And the Arsi is part of the Cushite, which is the Oromo. So the Barara and the Arsi, and also the Somali people. You know what I'm saying? Had this DNA, people. So this DNA is found in Ethiopia highlands. L3h1b1a is among the Tigray and the Amhara people, like I say. Also, some Bantu people have it in South Africa. So some Khoisan could have it. Some of everybody could have it, but this is mostly Cushite DNA. So they found studies of ancient Ethiopian skeletons in 3000 BC. You has the DNA. Roman African skeletons, they found it. So and also in ancient Somali population, they found this maternal haplogroup. So this is some more of my DNA found and I uploaded. As you see, the best MT was L3h1b1a, and also my 23andMe is the same thing. That's where I got my haplogroup from, my 23andMe. So it all matched. Even when I upload it on another website, it said the same thing. So they give me 3 different choices of matching. So that being said, now I got the Cushite bloodline, Cushite haplogroup in me.